Okay, it looks like we're live. It takes a minute for it to let you know that you are actually on there. And I wanted to share it with my group. Let me see if I can do that on here. Um, no, last time it let me share with two places at the same time. This time that option was not there. So, hi, everybody. I'm Jackie Schwartz with Planet Einstein Digital Learning Lab. And I have a really interesting and I think fun, enlightening lab for you today. And we're just going to dive right into it. I want to give you a little bit of an introduction as to what inspired me to create this particular content for today's live. And it was all about getting my new book, Everything is Figureoutable by Marie Forleo. And if you don't know Marie Forleo, then start following her because she is a superstar in the digital world, in the digital marketing world, and I guess digital world, period. She is a phenomenon. And this book actually is very vulnerable. She talks about her success and the path to get there, but she never brags about her success. She shares the journey and her life story and what got her to where she is today. The story of how her mom and dad influenced her and who she is at her very core, what her beliefs are. And believe me, it will inspire you. And I guess I've shared with you in the past, you know what some of my aha moments were. One of the first was breaking my leg and being laid up for about 3 months because it happened right after hip replacement surgery in a wheelchair for 3 months. My second aha moment came several years, probably about 4 years later, that was all about learning and finding out who the right people were to follow. By the way, Marie is one of those right people to follow. And reading the book that actually turned it all around for me. And that book was The Miracle Equation. And I've shared that story with you. That now is the reason I do a daily affirmation on my deck with my dog by my side, my coffee in my hand, and say it out loud every single day. It's all about the mindset. So I think maybe Marie was my third aha moment, that it boils down to if you have self-limiting thinking going on in your brain, then you can train your brain to eliminate those self-deprecating messages that you're saying to yourself. I'm just not good enough at this. I don't know what I'm doing. I can't do this. Wipe those out. And what we're going to talk about today, and I have a PowerPoint presentation for you, is all about how you can retrain your brain to be open to learning new ideas and then believe in yourself that you can absolutely do this. So let me get my screen up for you here. I'm going to share a PowerPoint presentation that I have for you. And here it is. Let me put it on full screen for you. Train your brain. And my little tabs in the way. Here we go. Slideshow from beginning. We are good to go here. Okay, train your brain. Thanks to Marie, our new best friend. And This is the way you do it, my friends. If you are getting any of that self-talk that's negative, here we go. Did you know that your brain is a biocomputer? It really is, just like a computer that's built into your body. And your brain takes it all in. The things that you say to yourself, the programs that are running in your brain, taking the good and the bad. Yes, it hears you saying, I can't do this, I'm not good enough, or I don't know enough. So you can change that. You have it working for you instead of against you. And here are the two destructive thoughts when it comes to learning something new that Marie talks about. And this is number one. First destructive thought: I know this already. You can't teach me something I already know, because I already know it. Have you ever said that? I know I have, or at least I've said it to myself. And here's what happens when you say, I know this already. You feel like you already know something. And what that does to your brain is that it just shuts it down. You disengage. Your brain has been told, I already know this. I don't see anything new here that can help me. So I'm turning off. Does that sound familiar? I know we all do this. Yeah. So I'm move my picture out of the way here. So what do you do when that happens and you've disengaged, your brain shuts off? Well, here's your little brain muscle over here doing some exercises, and you catch that thought and you switch it. And this is how you achieve brain growth and you learn, because what you're going to say is this growth minded question, which is, what can I learn from this? Instead of saying, I already know this, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? There will be something there, I promise you. Even one little nugget that you thought maybe you already knew and you had turned off, so you missed it. Ask it again and again. And every time your brain hears that question, it will re-engage with what that new information is. What can I learn from this? What can I learn from this? What can I learn from this? So there's your first technique for those negative thoughts that are preventing you from learning new things. So you can learn one of two things. The first one is you might see a brand new angle to a concept that you thought, and you said to yourself, I already know this. Maybe you didn't know a different way or a new way or something really creative that you're familiar with that's going to make it even better or work better. The second thing you can do is learn that you're not executing fully on that thing that you said you already knew. Knowing something is very different than living it. And what I mean by that, and I believe what Marie meant by that, doing it consistently until you master it takes practice, but it also can be benefiting you. So you master what it is. You keep learning more and more until you have those skills. It's just like what we're doing in our course right now that started on Monday. We are actually jumping right into the pool. And those of you in the course know what I'm talking about. We jumped right into creating a plan for filming a live video. So we didn't just talk about it, we started doing it. So they are creating an experience by planning out their Facebook Live content. And these people are going to have a killer Facebook Live when they actually put it up and let the world see it on next Monday. They didn't know that. So I just let the cat out of the bag. So be wiser than that, my friends. And you are all smart people that are on here, but your brain has to work for you, not against you, for you to be able to absorb new content. So keep that question top of mind. What can I learn from this? Instead of, I know this already. Go away. Close down brain. Okay. So we're going to move on to train your brain and find new opportunities. Here's the second destructive thought that can shut down our ability to learn. And you saying this to yourself, this won't work for me. So here's a picture of, the proverbial square peg and round hole. Well, maybe there is a way that it can work for you. And I want to digress for just a second here and tell you about a course that I became certified to teach many years ago now. It was called the 6 Thinking Hats, and it was all about a system for thinking basically outside the box. How do you be creative? Well, believe it or not, you can train your brain through this system called 6 Thinking Hats to be creative. It is a process. It is a tool that some of the largest organizations in the world are doing. But people think that I already know that. I was born with this brain. I know how to use it. Well, they say, this won't work for me. I don't need to learn how to think. Maybe they do. Ask instead, and I love this image. Don't you think that's clever? The little ant. Notice that song, old song, Frank Sinatra sang it. High hopes. Once there was a little ant, thought he'd build something, a kilowatt dam. Anyway, this ant carrying all the crackers on his back. Now that's a big thinker, but it's also how he figured out it could work for him. So I'm sorry, I'm laughing at my own joke here. Excuse me. So how can this work for you? Ask it again and again, just like, what can I learn from this? What can I learn from this? So you are forcing the brain to look beyond the obvious. And that's exactly what the 6 Thinking Hats course did that I taught many years ago. Stretch outside that cognitive comfort zone. If you stay in that little box, that's where you're always going to be. Break out and poke lots of holes in your own status quo. What can you learn from this? So here's where we're going. Train your brain to do these 3 things. Find new connections by saying, what can I learn from this? Find new innovations for being able to take what you learn and do something really creative with it and make it work for your business. That's how you grow your business. And number 3, by finding new opportunities and possibilities. And otherwise, If you don't train your brain to do that, you're going to be missing out on some of life's best opportunities and your business's best opportunities. And you don't want that to happen. So, how is that for some wisdom from Marie Forleo? I want to just wrap up today with an invitation, and it's not a pitch or a sale. It is, if you are a good candidate for my private free Facebook group called Pedal Power Group, we are looking, I am looking, and so is the rest of the group who's in there with me. We're all looking for people who are business owners who want to use social media marketing, and they are either beginners, somewhere in the middle, or experts. We want you in that group if you will participate by sharing, by asking questions, by being vulnerable, participating, communicating what are the challenges you're having now in your business, and be there to help each other. So this is a giving group. And if that is you, I have put a link on this video. Depending on where you see this, it will either be at the top or at the bottom of the video. That is the link to join our Pedal Power group, but only if you are the perfect fit for the group. You're a business owner, you want to use social media marketing, and you will participate. So that's it for today. And thank you for being here with me. Go to the link, click on that, and send me a request to join the group if that's something you think you would be able to participate in. Bye for now. See you next Thursday at 2:00 Eastern Standard Time on Facebook page Planet Einstein Digital Learning Lab. Bye, everybody.